Alright, Sunday, February 26, 2023. Detecting talk of the day. I've been watching this gentleman's YouTube channel, Detector Comparisons. Y'all need to go take a look at his channel. If you've not done so, he's using that XP Deus 2. I believe he's using an 11-inch coil. Now, some of those located targets that targets he's locating, some people may be looking on in those videos saying, well, my detector would do that. I would find that with my detector. Well, you might, and you might not. Okay? And there is a high chance you might not. You might not find that with a Deus 1 and an X35 coil. He is running an 11-inch coil, and there is some talk out there, yeah, the 9-inch coil can have some advantage on the Deus 2. The 11-inch coil can have some advantage too in an iron sight. Has to do with the actual layout in the ground, because the coil, the transmit receive on them coils are set up different, they're spaced differently. That 11-inch coil could be harder to choke out depending versus the 9-inch coil. Now, I think I'm correct in saying this, those high frequency coils that XP come out with, they never did, I don't think, come out with an 11-inch. But they do have an 11-inch X35 coil. But that X35 coil frequency-wise won't go as high as the Deus 2 coil. And it's not multi-frequency either. And what my testing has reflected, now in the wild I've seen this too, by the way, but I've used an X35 coil for a short period of time. I used the high frequency coils, both the 9-inch and the elliptical, for quite a few hours actually, in the wild, and I did test with them too. Higher, that buckle, he dug a buckle in that video and he's coming out with all that iron. You see them little bits and pieces of iron? Now I wonder if we would have swung over that with some other model detectors, what would we have heard? Would we have got enough information tonally to make us dig that target? We might have heard something. The question is, what would we have heard? Or maybe we would have just heard iron. We don't know. But anyway, this fast program, general program, sensitive program on this Deus 2, it's doing something awfully nice, boys, in the iron, okay? And it's actually doing it on low and high conductors. See, these HF coils, yeah, you can go into a site, run it up on about 30 kilohertz, and you could find targets in iron. But the biggest weakness for them is the frequency is not as good on the deeper high conductors. And that's what my testing even reflects. So you could get a deeper mask using that general program or that fast program on that Deus 2 versus even turning the Deus 2 to mono frequency and say running it at 32 kilohertz. Now the lower conductors, the difference doesn't seem to be as great. But it's the high conductors and sites that really stand out. And there's already been some evidence of this, with people finding some high conductors in supposed Deus 1 high frequency coil hard-hunted sites, which don't surprise me. I've seen this early on, testing this Deus 2. So that's the power of that multi-frequency on that detector. Now that deep high conductor program on that machine in high iron sites is not where you want to be, okay? You can use it. And yeah, you hit some gaps and some deeper targets. Yes, it'll hit them, boys. High conductors especially, okay? But yeah, take a look at this gentleman's YouTube channel. Just watch what he's doing. And he does a lot of narrating. Now, I think some of this narration he may have did after the fact in some of his videos, but some of it's not. It's real time. Okay? Sometimes he's out with another person running another model or models. But I find his channel real interesting, okay? And I see a lot, using this same equipment, I see a lot of what he is sort of seeing, you know, watching his videos. Well, anyway, it's cloudy here today. I hope you have a nice day.